All right. Well, this is my second guide video for Monza combined. This one's for the M2. Um, the reason I'm making two videos for the same track for the same series is because of how drastically different the M2 is from everything else. Not so much in the line in general, um, but sheer speed. And in the banked areas, you can run a lot higher on the track because you were carrying significantly more speed than the 86s or the Miatas are going to be, or the Clio for that matter. The 86 video should be relatively good for uh, anybody around the Miata, to a certain degree, the Clio as well. Um, I think probably all of them can run the bottom of the banks and leave the top half of the banking open for the M3s or M2s because these cars are way, way faster. So, without any more waiting, let's get this going, and I'll point a few things out, and we'll do a lap here. And this lap is a 1:46.9. It's not the fastest I've done. My fastest is actually 46 flat, but that was on an overcast test session with much cooler track temperatures. Um, it's yeah. So this is like about 112 or 115, I think, when I ran this. 110 right now. So, um, so yeah, it's a little slicker, a little harder to get grip, but this is a good clean lap, pretty good line. It gets the point across, and yeah. So let's get going. Oop, real quick, turn the sound down. All right. Anyhow, so this is obviously come down to start finish lines right here. Now, one thing we'll notice is the tires get really, really hot on the M2s, especially in these bank corners. So this is what I was talking about. In here, we want to stay up in this area. Really, this part of the track right through here is kind of the sweet spot. If you get down too low and you start to cross this, there's a transition here. It's a little bit flatter than up here. That destabilizes the car. It probably won't get you into a wreck or anything, but you're going to scrub a lot of speed as the car bobbles around. You're going to lose 2, 3, 4 mile an hour. And really, the all the slower cars can very easily drive down here. Now, if they're battling, there's obviously gonna be some coming up, so you have to keep an eye up. You're gonna be flying up on them at ridiculous speeds. If you need to, go right up here along the wall. The track's actually a little bit smoother up here, so it's a little easier to hold it, but you don't gain any extra speed really running up that high. Um, so it's not really worth it if you don't have to. Otherwise, right about here seems to be about the fastest. Now, as we're coming out here, what I would suggest is to stay all the way over here to the left. And the next thing is, as soon as you see the speedo hit 169, immediately go into 7th gear. You're going to pick up another anywhere between 2 and 3 mile an hour. 171. Sometimes it hits 172. This corner is a little bumpier, so it's a little harder to keep it on line. Just kind of let the car do what it wants to do, and it'll be alright. Don't try to fight it. And again, coming down here, hopefully the 8.6s and Miata stuff will stay off to the right because you're going to be flying up on them. So coming into this section here, if we rewind real quick before I hit the brakes, we're doing 170 miles an hour right now. The 8.6s are capping out at right about 130. So you're going to be flying up them at 40 mile an hour faster. That's a huge, huge speed differential for this class. Like normally the cars aren't that much different from each other because usually you're not topping out the M2. So be very wary when you're coming into here. If you got guys up in here, they may not even know you're flying up on them. You may have to compromise your line. Like I start breaking that first banner. We're gonna bring her all the way down to fifth gear and get it down here, down along the curb. But you might actually have to stay out a little wider, pass everybody on the outside in the race. Now coming up here, we're gonna go into the bridge, and then right before the 100, you see we started braking just a little bit before the 100. We're actually going to turn in right about where that grass changes color right there, where it turns brown. That's kind of our turn-in marker. And we're just going to clip the curb over here. See? As long as you do it right, the car will stay pretty stable. This little safety guys right here, that's kind of my marker for my brake zone. Rather than the marker over here, I like where that's just a little farther forward and you can brake past that 100 a little bit. That wasn't a great entry, but not too bad. A little bit understeer. And again, brake before the 50. I try to avoid getting on that curb too much there. That does destabilize the car a little bit, but it's not too bad if you hit it. Now, the really fast guys are obviously going to go a little faster than this, but this gives you a good idea where you need to be. So we're actually going to start braking just before the bridge here, kind of like right in this area. And then we're going to go all the way down to third gear. Now, I have tried cutting across onto these sausages. The car doesn't like it. It gets very unstable, but coming up ahead here, you can cut it like this, so you can actually get your right side tires kind of on the other side of them. Even if you hit the curbing or the sausage curbs a little bit, it's not too big of a deal. And as long as your left tires stay on this rumble strip out here, they're good. And the same thing here. Now I upshift early before coming out of that turn there. It actually keeps the car a little bit more stable, and you can actually drive right over top of that curb right there. You can hit it with your left tires, no problem. Car got a little bit slidey, but nothing too major. Usually, if we go back and look at that again, you'll see as I go over the curbs. I shift it early, lift a little bit, stay off it. Never quite going full throttle until I've cleared that last curb. Then we're going to brake up here, about right here, just before the white line. Start braking there, we're going to go all the way back down to third. Get down along the curb here. Let it roll on out. Shifting a little early helps keep it stable, otherwise sometimes it wants to step out if you wind it all the way to the red line. And that's it. Bang. That's the lap. 146.9. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, the biggest things here, if we actually go back, I know it's a little annoying here, but one of the danger areas I do see is coming out of here. All right, so this track gets really, really narrow coming out of the second banking. This is probably where a lot of crashes are going to come, and a lot of them are going to come from M2s going right up the butts of the slower cars. So if you're driving M2, keep your head on a swivel, watch what's going on, because if these guys are either in this lane or in that bottom lane, there's a good chance they're going to drift off up to the left. Because that's, you can see where you're going to be here. Now, when I recorded my video for the 8.6s, I made it a point in there that people need to stay to the right along that wall if they've got the M2s flying up behind them. So hopefully they're paying attention to the relatives. or their mirrors. I mean, I'd hit them flashers way, way early, let them know you're coming, maybe even come across on the voice chat. Hopefully they're paying attention. But as long as they stay all the way over to the right and you stay all the way over to the left, I mean, you can get even farther over. You can damn near scrape that wall and you can go side by side with two cars, no problem. But both guys got to be in the right spots. If that guy drifts over, I mean, he's gonna be doing like 125. You're gonna be doing what are we doing? 169, 170. That's a big speed gap. Big, 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 big speed gap. So this is gonna be probably the most dangerous area once you're coming up around lap traffic. The rest of it shouldn't be too bad. Not much different than any other track. But this spot everybody's got to watch out for. It's going to be dangerous for everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you got any questions, comments, or anything, leave them down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you got something out of this. Thanks for watching.